professional environment, normally everybody wants to work well and be a team player. It's the execution of that can be challenging. Here are 8 secrets to better working relationships. 1. Manage expectations. The number one secret to good working relationships is to manage expectations. We all have expectations for the people that we work with. Our teammates, the people that supervise us, the people that report to us. Our first job is to figure out what those expectations are. Our main job is to continually manage those expectations. Managing expectations means to meet or exceed those expectations whenever possible, and to communicate effectively so that we help those who have expectations for us to set them reasonably. For example, negotiating deadlines ahead of time if we realize that given our workload or our current priorities, the assumed deadline would be unrealistic or counterproductive. Another example is prioritizing the work that other people are depending on or for which have expectations attached to them. Maybe you're spending some of your time working on a side project that you think would be a great way to make a big contribution or to really make your mark, and that's great, but do not let it be at the cost of dropping the ball on the work that your colleagues really need from you or expect from you. 2. Communicate your own expectations. Just as your colleagues have expectations for you, you also have expectations for them. Things work well when these expectations are expressed clearly, understood and agreed upon by all, and prioritized. It's helpful to think through the assumptions that we are making and the expectations we have for other people. If these expectations are warranted, it's good that they be communicated in some way. If they're not warranted, it's good that we accept that and move on. Sometimes people can get disappointed or upset or judgmental when their expectations are not met, all things that are really not conducive to working at our best. If we find this happening to us, we cannot let it fester. We need to get to the root of the problem, address it the best we can, and learn from it. Often, the problem is just that others are not aware of this expectation. If that's the case, we need to accept our own fault in the miscommunication or lack of communication and take steps to communicate, to be better aware of our assumptions, and to be reasonable about our expectations. Another common example is when we're waiting to get help or guidance from someone and it never seems to come. Chances are the person or persons we're waiting for don't realize we're waiting or even that we're in need. If we need something, we should make it known. Learn who to go for what advice, and find ways to get the help that you need. Normally, it's not that people don't want to help, it's that they don't realize that we need help. They have their own problems to worry about too. 3. Don't read into things. We notice things that our colleagues do and don't do, and we can even unconsciously be gathering data on this. And that can be objective. But we can also accumulate data on what we think people intended to do or not do. And this is much less objective. It's not helpful to judge people's intentions because really, there's no way to know for sure. Intentions are internal. When we spend too much effort guessing what their intentions are, we can complicate a lot of things unnecessarily. It's good policy to assume that everyone has the best intentions, and to work things out on the level of our actions and inactions instead. 4. Your colleagues are people too. Friendships often start with some common ground or shared interest. At work or at school, what is bringing you together is professional circumstances. That is also common ground that can start good relationships. At work and at school, the primary motivation for being there and for interacting is a professional one. And those professional tasks need to be carried out effectively. The tone of the environment should be courteous, respectful, diligent, and productive. Different characteristics from the environment you share with your friends when you, for example, are going shopping or hiking or just hanging out. But amid this professional environment, it's beneficial to get to know people on a human level too, and to try to foster mutual concern and interest. 5, be someone who is known for listening. Hear people out. Develop a reputation for being approachable. Someone who will make the time to hear someone out. Someone your colleagues can go to if they need help. And also, develop a reputation for being able to receive feedback well. Someone who your colleagues can talk to about something that could be better, or even that you need to change in order to make the team work more effectively. Listen, and listen with the intent to understand the different points of view, not to defend your own. It's amazing what we can learn when we really listen. 6, set a positive tone. Be a value add to your colleagues. You want to be someone who people like to be around, someone who stays away from negativity. This is a good place to start. In your own statements, try to be positive. And in the statements you hear from others, try to take things positively. 7, give credit where credit is due. Be quick to praise other people for the good things that they do and the contributions that they make. It creates a positive feedback loop. It creates a culture where people are eager to contribute, where people are eager to work hard and give the best they can, recognizing the good things that others give as well. 8, contribute. Express willingness to give help and to spend time. This happens in small ways. For example, telling people often and in writing, including in your emails, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. This then needs to be backed up with actions as well. Doing what you can to really be there for people and to help them succeed. Make introductions, facilitate their work, try to explain something that they don't understand. We're stronger when we're united and when we work together. STEM Chats exists to empower women in STEM. Follow us for more information, and if you would like to help us make this dream a reality, please get in touch.